much as I want to look around, we need to find your god fast.
I'd give half my rations to see just one little mundane scrap fly. I was perfectly fine assuming this place was a legend. Good. I mean, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I didn't want to lose my swill in front of Animancy Queen and the Fishman. I've never been comfortable with things I can't explain. If there isn't a poultice for it, I don't want. I'd rather just grit my teeth and push through this whole thing. I'm completely out of my depth. You already have in some ways. At least I know you're not relying on my expertise for this. Don't worry about me, Envoy. I know why we're here. And I told you I'd guide you wherever you wanted. Yeah. Now, can we talk about something less fuzzy? Anyway. The only one we haven't talked about? I don't know. Things have changed. She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud and impulsive, and she keeps saying things to get a rise up. But other than that, if I must.
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. Generous? Perhaps. Until I knew the whole story, there was never anyone to... This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her reeds, when you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest, no Animancer can live up to that. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by... I suppose I have been all this time. One thing is certain. When it comes to Animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old... I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, perhaps, as long as... I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. Through Animancy, we could help the living lands recover. Then again, who am I to interfere with it? On the other hand, half the fun of Animancy is stirring the pot and getting... I think I know what I want. I have a lot of catching up to do. So be it. I knew they would be. And not just because some ancient plans told. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. But I've only got one lifetime as Giada Castel, so I'd better make it. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time.
Jada's parents would be proud.
Many animancers. Well, I've been. Unfortunately, we. Rationalize it however. I've spent my life trying to dominate nature. Just like my mom. But what if. Which makes it all. Killing a Delimgan is not what I'd call it. From now on, let's be on our best. What's on your. I don't know what everything here feels wrong. As if we're. Can you feel it? Essence. This is a place of power. Forgotten by time. Does that. One word of it, for all we know. Of course. One sunny day, a ranger took a nap. He awoke to a forest of dead trees. The night after getting his bearings, he walked in the direction of Fjord. In its place was enchant. Then, a voice filled his head. He awoke in his own bed. A whip. It's nonsense of. Until next time.
A breath held. Your soul is small. The essence weighs like this. We feel the pressure. We wonder. Dear leaps at. You have defied our expectations at every turn. Perhaps we should. Sky is green. We would run. Whisper in the fields. Lift the hills gently in our hands. Disturb the dirt. Vengeance denied. Squandered. This cannot be. We spoke of flowers. Dream closes in on us. And wake now.
I see the disciple has found his way.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
I am everywhere my tools have mouths to speak.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? Hell? It has forged the iron of its own restraints. Do you think you're special? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature. You suspected. Then
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red.
in time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping. Its madness would consume us all. Chaos threatens us all. We will ensure order. A pity that its followers could not. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsists. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that. A regrettable consequence of an. I have no time for the lamentations of...
Why does our prison not protect us?
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy. Then they will keep applying the rod until... But there is still time. You can face your false god and end its reign of... Your soul. It is tethered. Only you can siphon its essence into you. Very well. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my... You should have thought more carefully. Let this be a
I have nothing to say. That was insane.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Actual working life. It is obliterated.
Everybody all right? What is that? I know that place, right? Well, that was...
guitar.
Stay on your toes. My turn. They won't get past me! Raw!
Remind me not to make you mad.
Wait, isn't that Tama's camp? Oh dear.
Are you seeing this too? No. No, no. This can't be. This room. It looks just like Tama's. Tom, I dealt with this. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not... I can't focus on his face. As long as we're both seeing the floating islands and the ghostly tree, I can't blame it, to be honest. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense? Then why does he look... I used to remember his face so clearly. He was in pain. I see all his moments at once, joys, everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. Yeah, all this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment, when he was suffering it. But now that I see him, it's like he's free. You're right. It's like you said. I won't make that mistake again. And you and I have no, and it means, so whatever comes. Now let's go find this guy. When we reach... True enough. Let's in.
Incredible.
To see all this in its heyday, in its full splendor.
I was just getting warmed up. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's take things slow. What's this? I'll never understand the appealing love of death
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off. Nice of someone to mark my place.
I think we've found Sabadell's home. I'll never understand the Akedan love for death traps.
starting to think these people killed themselves off.
I'll never understand the Akkadian love for vampires.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves.
This place seems less like a death trap.
There's always a weird sort of... Seems like a good...
Right.
Though it's hard enough to...
Sounds like you're not.
I'm feel...
I feel it as well.
Oh, you don't have to worry. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Now that... I can't...
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I feel like we're almost done. I'm completely baffled.
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. Thank goodness.
Let's take this in for just a moment. Against all odds, we've survived the living lands, crossed an acid... When we first met, I didn't think you'd last. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall bear. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go. Takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. And when they burned my home, you gave me another one. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporlings. You got my priceless face. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time. Quite a lot, as it turns out. But the journey is worth it.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
So that doesn't mean it's...
I thought my
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Don't think I haven't considered it. But our problems won't
Stay here? I mean, we are here. It's supposed to be paradise.
Tempting as...
Unfortunately, you are uniquely qualified to deal with...
Get some rest. That goes for everyone.
Did that artifact...
A perfect fit.
Hey, Giada. How are you holding up after seeing those, plant people?
Well, I've seen things not in... intended for mortal eyes, and uncovered the dark truth of my family's downfall. But here I am.
Nice of someone to mark that spot.
Safe to assume that the large glowing door is part of Sakadal's prison. Now, we just have to get past it.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
arms work like... Oh, huh. Never mind.
I never knew I wanted to see something so bad.
Looks like the gate's open. Well, what are we waiting for?
Keep your guard up. We gotta live to tell this tale.
Seems like we've drawn a crowd. Looks like the gate's open. Well, what are we waiting for?
Keep your guard up. Gotta live to tell this tale. Here we go! Rock! On your left!
Left leg!
Nice shot!
I never knew I wanted to see something so bad.
I use my space.
Gotcha. Remind me not to make you mad.
Looks like the gate's open. Well, what are we waiting for?
Keep your guard up. We gotta live to tell this tale.
Let's take things slow.
Thanks, soldier. Back in the fight.
We'll get them next time, Felix. I've fallen.
Mine now.
Time for this. This is the library from my dreams. It's real? Look at all these tablets. Actual written records. Oh, somebody pinch me. And there's even some wine to read with. Oh, whoever was here last, I would have gotten along well with them. This place feels familiar. Hurry, let's go inside.
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small. We questioned if... Then steps. A voice. Through on... Now. The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. Your dream scourge will end when our suffering... We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted... But the other gods imprisoned us, left us... But you are here now. There is little time. We would be... The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire. She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore. Blood on the people's cries ring in our... She pierces us now. Now! We will not brook this. Not a spark. Wait. The essence bends here. You can reach her. Will the garden to open. It will take... A wellspring of power. We strain. We were everything. We could run, leap in the water. We want no... We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow. We trust you. You met death, and you offer... And where is your mercy? You know we deserve better. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity. Do you think we deserve more than this prison? Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? The beautiful thing you killed. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said? More than anything, treat us as you would the bear. Clean our wound. Grant. The time has come. End our... Give up. Center. Clear the fog. Tear down the gates. We were so blind. We feel we will grow. We will remember you when you are ash and soil.
Are we back in Dawnshore?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aor. What happened to the living lands started long ago.
Are you seeing this? I don't think parodies look like this.
Looks like the war already started.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quick.
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Hey, at least you didn't let 6 years go by.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives...
Look at this place. Feels like we're still in the dream. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricade.
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an art...
I think I see Elia as well. What a...
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
It's who strikes last that...
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with her...
Before we go, what happened back there?
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time.
After all this time...
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god.
You've saved the soul of the living lands. Now the survivors fight over. We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm...
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let...
The Garrote. Look what they've done to Paradis. They marched in with no... Envoy, what does the Garrote... What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag? They broke some glass. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a...
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. Gods, I hope they're not... I am sorry I can't be more. You always were.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote...
Envoy, wait! Before you... I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, I'll even give you a disc.
Snow? Why?
This is the end.
Oh, I want to talk to her. I don't know.
A familiar face. We meet again, Envoy. And you, Yardsley.
Oh,
Paradise burns. Thanks to Ludwine and the steel garrote laying...
she must have come back to life. Again. I suppose we...
It's remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that'll be forgotten. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, Perhaps. A new god being set loose on the world is certain to have... Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice. Ah, that mortal zeal. Always so fun. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire. Unfortunately, you'll likely be dead the next time I return to the Living Lands. Goodbye, Envoy. And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you. My research awaits.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh, Envoy. How good to see you here as we stand. I don't know if thank you is precisely... Paradise burns from the torches of the steel garrote. Yes. What happens in Paradise now will decide the fate of the Parkrunen.
What's the plan of Paradise?
We will find a way to persevere. We Parkrunen have a gift for surviving whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle. Do not forget us. I fear if Edir and the Steel Garrote have their way, they'll strip the history books of any mention of our culture, and our future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that. Only if that is all you've ever known. That's as much as I'll say. You have a role in do the right thing.
Giata, where have you been?
Where haven't I... What,
Envoy, I knew...
It's good to see a familiar...
My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn when the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock. Likewise, I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not... Oh! And I've been meaning. My revenants are docile again. Indeed. The metaphysical currents of the living lands are beginning to settle. Best of luck out there.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
I wasn't worried until she said that. Let's get out of here.
Enjoy the time with your flock, dearie. Try to keep them out of the other camps.
We know you.
I'm not going to let those Gorod bastards burn this.
We smell steel. Should we run? Or could we stay here instead?
As prepared as he...
Nobody's taking part.
I'll stay back here. The others can provide close-range support.
If I go first and distract them... Oh, this is a bad idea.
If you're wounded, find a place to lie down. Someone will get to you before you bleed out. If I seem distracted, I apologize. I'm tending to the fallen, as you can. Believe it or not, we have more than enough supplies. The Clavager knew this day might come. Unfortunately, my hands are full with the dying and the dead, and there's too many. If I don't get any sleep, I might be the next. I suppose I've earned a couple of winks. You look like you. The next time we see each other, I just hope.
Sound advice. A good commander knows when people are at their limit.
There you are, up. Understood. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? This is just cleanup. Someone once told... Anyway. Talk to you later, Envoy.
Careful what you wish. So, the godless, they are... Where? The godless... But, in my game... Ah, yes. Yes, 10 years ago, suddenly... From what? It seems like the god... Don't patronize me, darling. I know where you sleep. Well, I think, rather... Hope you enjoyed talking. How could... Always...
Envoy, I didn't think I'd be seeing you again. From one battle...
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nakutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the... It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
Finally, a ray of sunlight.
I will not grovel at the Envoy's feet for solving a plague I am not convinced was real.
If you wardens ever bothered to pull your heads out of your asses, you wouldn't take such pride.
You know nothing of me or my people, you fucking pirate!
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this really the time?
We believe the Dream Scourge was a malady of the soul. How did you put an end to it, Envoy?
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. The raid.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply...
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick... What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise? They erupted from the earth the moment those...
Nakutadek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakukubel. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a... and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let...
For now. Who's to say they don't get their feathers in a ruff again and...
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I...
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task Nandru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them...
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now.
But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Inquisitor Ludwine has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so far.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to...
Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Might not be the last either, depending on how things go. So long as her passion for Wodka lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think... Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden.
We've had no news from inside for several days. From what we can observe, southern Paradise is in pieces, and the remaining militia batters at the gates to no avail.
Is there nothing our people...
Given the state of our supply routes after the Dream Scourge, and the Steel Garrote's destruction, we expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food and clean water in a matter of days.
We brought as many Hale and Able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from Nakukubel, we could spare so few. I worry it won't be enough.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the eruption. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair, particularly if we are to endure. Most of my men remain at the keep. I can't risk them against the Steel Garrote for the sake of Paradis, not when we are so few.
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This is...
Sure. Just blame the dead woman.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwine in the tusks?
You could start with blaming your own Why are you treating him with kid gloves when Paradis cries out for help?
Enough. I've heard your concerns.
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adir that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwine's vision for the Living Land.
That's what Ludwine thinks. Adir doesn't revere Wodika as fervently as it once did. Worship of Mogrin, Berith, even Aethys has gained a foothold. Many no longer trust that the gods are listening. Some question whether they guide the wheel at all. The Empire lost its foothold in the Eastern Reach. The well-bred avoid child-rearing in pursuit of cosmopolitan pleasures. The Church is weak against them. In a world of soul against soul, Ludwine believes we have lost ours. The Empire must change, or it will die. I'm afraid you're in the minority. You and I both know she is not the only one in the Empire who feels this way. Even the Emperor can see, in some sense, that she's right. Why else would we be? The Inquisitor answers only to Wodika. In attacking Paradis, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the Emperor's desires. Ludwine agrees. Our success would model the order.
You can say what you want, but you're still trying to subjugate us.
Careful, Envoy. Adir may still have a part to play, but don't let loyalty blind.
When I think dignity, I think of the people who attacked Fior Messiverno unprovoked. Oh, I can't wait to see how you weasel out of this one.
I know it will. We are leading by example, returning order and dignity to Paradis in the wake of the Clappage. We will do the same to the frontier, given the chance.
Where was order and dignity when you...
My administration had nothing to do with that. Adir in rule and rule by the Steel Garrote would be markedly different beasts.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat. Splitting hairs when it all comes... Order and dignity. That's what you think we're missing?
You will take it all, whether the chance is given to you or not.
What passes between Ludwine and her men, or between Ludwine and the Emperor, for that matter, is not my affair. But if I had to guess, this was the alternative.
Your empire is doing what it does best. Stamping out dissent until surrender is the...
Your republics are hardly any different. Their intentions in the Deadfire were certainly not pure.
As you say, we left the republics for a reason.
I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to... Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swift. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will... The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adia's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
Tribute, he says. Taxes, soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't. They want to bleed us dry, to fill their coffers and fight their wars, to break us like wild animals.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We'd get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now, it gives us the security and stability.
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. Only the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe that was Ludwig. But you were born to rule here. Well, give the matter some thought.
Subtle, pernicious, touch the rot, yet the safety a web gleaming with dew. They weave, they wait.
We give up our fighters and the wealth of our lands, and get promises in return. But we have wealth enough to give some away, if it means my wardens may return to their vigil in...
A grave room could work, so long as trade keeps moving through the Scarp and you're willing to serve as our go-between envoy. And we'll have cannons enough to deter the adherents from trying anything
When the Empire demands its tribute, from where will it come? Emerald Stair is not the breadbasket it was, and the dream of yore is now deferred. If we accept this deal, I fear we are building a trap certain to catch our own legs.
Of course. Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed... It would be difficult. No. Think of your people, all of you. Of course. Well, don't. Oh, gods have...
Solace and her wardens stand vigil with the Living Land.
By grit and steel, Thirdborn stands with the living...
Fjord and her animancers stand with the Living Land.
We deserve this opportunity.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the...
God, they made the right decision for one.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences. That leaves the matter of Ludwig and the Steel Garrote. She will never... You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis.
The Living Lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks.
She better say her goodbye.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy.
Let's get to work then.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you for deserving it. Now, Go and teach the Stilgarot a lesson they will never...
Show them that the living lands will not be broken across Vodka's knee.
Let's just say this is not my first brush with a tyrannical authority, though. I pray it is my last. May all the gods of Eora and the living lands protect you.
Let's take back the city together. Show the Stilgarot how the living lands takes care of its own.
Time to stop the steel...
Let's go.
How long's...
I don't suppose you'll have a need for an ambassador after all this.
Get off me!
Nice shot!
This shall be a bloody day.
Yeah. It's all right. You're a better soldier than I ever was.
We've got company!
Coming from the rear!
I know you can.
In the dark. Hang back and watch.
That it?
Stop right there.
This one's mine.
You should be.
You asked for it.
We should go now. Well, the fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Or should we wait till the crow settles far?
I'm down.
Over here. What exactly do you think?
Liviana?
You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And now look at you, fighting the Steel Garrote. What have you got to say for yourself? Well, at least you're alive. Kai,
Come on. I couldn't have kept him out of the action if I wanted.
I knew you were a bad... We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah, stop the fight. I can't say I approve of you leaping into the fray, but Gods be with you on...
Come on.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That'll teach you!
Wodaka demands your submission. Stand against her and fall!
That's Ludwig ahead. Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
Let's make sure she stays dead this time. All right, dearie.
There you are!
She's not lost yet. We would
You're
still
testing
welcome
my
her grasp
patience,
onto our
Envoy.
tree.
So, did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently? You'll get your chance.
Then what are you waiting for?
Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She...
You can tell Wodaka yourself once we've sent you back to the wheel.
Don't insult my intelligence or my commitment to the cause. Treaties can be burned. The hands which shook over whatever deal you struck can be lopped off at the wrist. As for you, Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live. That's what they want you to think. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
You really believe you can kill me as no one ever has? Hold.
Let's finish this.
You won't be missed.
Once I'm done, Kip! Your god of...
We are every seed in the soil. We will always grow.
Come on! Kill her off! One last time!
Whoa! Queen among queens! Send me your aid! Worth it.
Don't abandon me now!
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. Thanks to you, the Living Lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. Fugitives no more. The rebels of Paradise return to their home and to other free settlements, bringing their skills and secrets wherever needed. For once, they have a future. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. For the people of Shatterscarp, independence is bittersweet. Those who cannot withstand the grief inflicted by Ringgrim's spell leave the settlements, vanishing into the wilderness. Those who remain find themselves forced to cooperate with others, often begrudgingly. With so many dead, the need to stave off hunger outweighs any distaste for certain trading partners. Solace Keep clings to its long-held isolation at first, but after mourning her friend Kostya, Mihala reluctantly deigns to open the doors of the fortress. Some dwarves greet newcomers with glee. Others still mutter darkly about outsiders. Mihala flounders in her earliest negotiations with the rest of the living lands, but slowly learns compromise. She develops a taste for Valian sweets. When Kai leaves the living lands, he is no longer running. For the first time in many years, he can face the future. He returns to Rauatai, committed to peace for his people, those he left in Rauatai, as well as those he found in the living lands. He joins the Ranganui's council, counterbalancing powerful voices of isolationism and hawkishness. It is a long and difficult battle, and he is happy to fight it. With his travels alongside the envoy complete, Marius is left directionless once again. Rather than disappearing into his cups, however, Marius leans on his time among his companions to give him the strength to re-enter society and find comfort in civilization. He establishes a route between Paradise and Thirdborn, guiding travelers between the two in return for money and supplies. And while he has a reputation for being aloof, he joins the campfires from time to time, sharing stories of his time with the envoy that most travelers believe are completely made up. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the living lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fior Mes Iverno lives on in her. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yatsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Mes Iverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yatsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sapadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sapadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together. And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.